Hello, everybody, and welcome to Marley's Chronicles. Thank you all for joining in. If this is your first time tuning in to this channel is my journey. It's my life journey. It's what I've gone through, what I'm going through, how I have overcome, how I am overcoming, and hopefully the tools that I've used, some of the methods will be a blessing to you. You can use more if you know somebody that has issues or needs some help or encouragement or inspiration to just go on a little further. Share this with them. I talk about childhood issues, childhood traumas, all those things that happen to us in life, the disappointments, the letdowns, all those things that happen to us in life that kind of shape and mold us to who we are. And now we are adults who have baggage and learning how to get rid of that excess baggage. So, welcome to my channel if this is the first time you're here. For those of you that's tuning in again, thank you so much. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking. Just thank you all for what you do for me. And I have a few other videos on this channel that you can check out as well if you haven't. Um, it's all my journey. I just decided to record it and bless someone else, because you never go through by yourself. You never experience things that nobody else has experienced. You are required to share. You are required to help. So last week we talked about the basics. We talked about the three basic things for getting started on your journey. That is a 24-hour thing, that you never stop being aware of yourself. You never stop being alert and cautious of what you're saying and doing, and your triggers. And we talked about knowing your triggers and knowing what takes you to those places. So again, if you haven't seen it, go back and look through some of the videos, and again, subscribe to this channel so that you can when and of course hit that notification button so that when I do update, you guys will be the first to know. But another thing that is important on this journey, and I wouldn't say was important to me, because it still is. This whole thing is a process. It's not like, oh yeah, I got it and I'm ready to go on, but it is a daily process. It's starting anew over and over again. Some things you overcome, and those spirits may come back to visit, but if you have truly conquered it, you can defeat it. You can defeat it, I'm telling you. So today I kind of want to talk about our minds and how it affects our spirit and our body. Have you ever seen that show, Hoarders? And it talks about people who have so much mess in their house, clutter, newspaper, old stuff that they're holding on to, and they kind of do like a quick synopsis of what they've gone through and all of that. And when you hear the story, you find out that somebody has been triggered, or something has happened in their lives so that they start hoarding. So I thought about how we hoard, not necessarily in a house so people can see, but how we hoard up here. We keep old junk in, we keep old mess in, we keep old stuff in, and we're no better than what we see on TV. We may look at the people on TV and like, oh my God, I never, but you're doing the same thing in your mind. So today we're going to talk about declutter your mind and free your spirit. Declutter your mind and free your spirit. Because I learned this along the way, that when your mind is cluttered, full of junk, full of old stuff, full of nonsense, then your spirit will be cluttered. You're overwhelmed. You're panic attacks, depressed, can't sleep at night, go into a room and forget what you're doing. Sometimes that comes with age, but go into a room and forget because you are so engrossed into stuff that's going on in your head. And you need to detox, you need to declutter your brain. You can't sleep at night because your mind is moving 24/7, 24/7. You're thinking, overthinking. Then all of that leads to restless nights. It leads to panic attacks. It leads to suicidal thoughts. It leads to that deep, dark, depressed place that we are fighting to not get to anymore. So it's a lot of ways that you can declutter your mind, but I decided to just pick out three main things that I've dealt with. There's a lot of things. You can meditate, you can exercise, you can walk, you can run, you can dance, you can crafts, do different crafts, but you need to declutter your mind. Some of us are still holding on to stuff that happened years ago. Yes, I was traumatized as a child. Yes, I was molested as a child. Yes, I was abandoned as a child. But do I still hold on to hating those that molested me? Do I continue to be angry with my parents because they didn't raise me? Do I continue to hold on to the negativity of? No, I'm aware that it happens, but if I want to heal, if I want to grow, I have to push all that stuff out. And I'm not talking about faking. I'm talking about being serious. If you want to heal, healing and deliverance is possible, but it's gonna take some work. The first step to declutter your mind and free your spirit is sometimes you just have to detach from social media. Period. Social media is filled with, it's a lot of good things here and there, but overall it's a lot of junk. It's a lot of nonsense stuff. It's if you're friends with a lot of people that it's constant mess. It's constant stuff that about people faking, and I deplugged from Facebook because Facebook was a place that I knew a lot. It was a lot of my people that I knew, community, schools, family, friends, and it just got to me. So I literally unplugged Facebook, and I'm mostly on my other media. But when that gets to be too hectic, when they are constantly talking about racial division, when they're constantly talking about the political mess that's going on in the world, when they're constantly talking about all this other stuff, if it gets too much for me, guess what Marley is doing? Detaching, putting that phone away. As far as social media is concerned, I will listen to some good music. You know what I did? I bought me a subscription to Boomerang. Boomerang is that old school cartoon with Scooby-Doo and all that. Yes, ma'am, I did. I watched Scooby-Doo and relaxed my mind. Whatever it takes for you to get to that peaceful place, because this is the journey we're on. Do you even know what you're on this journey for? Do you even recognize that you're on the journey? We are on this journey, on this road, on this path to get perfect peace, perfect love, perfect joy, to be perfected, to have that perfected state of mind. I call it heaven. Some people may call it nirvana. Some people may call it enlightenment. Some people may, but it's all the same thing. We are searching to that perfected mind, to get back in the garden before sin came into the garden with Adam and Eve and pushed them out. We are striving to get back to that place of harmony with God, that place of harmony with the world, with the universe. That's why we're here. We're wanting to take off the old, strip ourselves, declutter, rid ourselves of baggage, rid ourselves of junk, so we can become that crystal clear being that we were first created. That's our journey. That is our journey, and that should be your journey too. But you have to declutter here because your mind is a direct has direct access to your spirit. What you put in your mind goes into your spirit. You feed your spirit with what's in your mind. And if you're feeding your mind with garbage, if you're feeding your mind with gossip, if you're feeding your mind with nobody likes me, if you're feeding your mind with I'm the victim, if you're feeding your mind with blacks and whites and you used to fight and all that stuff, that's what your spirit will receive. Your spirit will constantly be in an uproar, and then you're wondering, why am I having sleepless nights? Why am I having panic attacks? Why am I being overwhelmed? I need to take medication. No, declutter your mind. And believe it or not, it's 10 minutes already, and I'm just on number one. Ah! Number two, very important, mind your business. That stuff doesn't concern you. You take care of yourself. Stay in your own lane. Even with your children, if you have children like I do that's adults or young adults, stay out of their business. You've raised them, you've taught them, you brought them up the right way. You've done what you're supposed to do. If not, it's too late now. Hey, mind your business. If they're out there if they're not doing what's right, I'm talking about people, not just your children. If they're not right, you be right. If we're talking church people, if that church ain't right, you be right. Mind your business. If on that job they always doing this, what does that have to do with you and your paycheck? Because at the end of the week, you're looking for 40 hours on that check. Not whether or not you mind Sister Sue or neighbor Karen over there, business or not, 40 hours of work. Mind your business. Stay out of other people's affairs. Stay out of other people's lives. Do your work on you, and you will take up a full 24-hour day. You hear me? Mind your business. Stop being messy. Stop gossiping. Mind your business and watch how your mind will be free. Watch how you free your mind just from that little bit. All right, we're getting kind of, I'm trying to hurry it up because I want to stay within the time period. And third, and like I said, there are a lot of ways to declutter, to de-stress, to free your mind and free your spirit. But the third one is think positive. There's a scripture says, now therefore, brother, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are of good report, think on those things. That means think on the good stuff. Go outside and look at the trees or the grass, and if that's what you're into, go to the beach and look at the waves if that's what you're into. Do something positive. Hey, if it comes down to it, turn on Scooby-Doo. Do something positive that's going to help your mind. Stay out of other people's lives and work on yourself. Free your mind, declutter your mind, and you will free your spirit. Because along with identifying who you are, being self-aware, this is part of being aware of yourself. Because if you are always in somebody else's business, minding their business, then you're not minding your own. You're not taking care of yourself. That means you're leaving yourself open for something. We are on a positive road here, a positive path, and we are overcoming ourselves. There's a lot of things we've learned in life that's the wrong thing. We've learned by growing up seeing it. We've learned by adopting or adapting. We've learned because we didn't know any better and we just kind of did it ourselves. But now we have to reprogram ourselves. We have to undo a lot of those things. You are in charge of you, nobody else. You are in charge of you. Declutter your mind, free your spirit. Because when you are bound in your mind, you are bound in your spirit. And as long as you are bound in your spirit, you may not even be a spiritual person. You may not be, people say church person, but church and spirit, you may not even be spiritually aware. But if you always depressed, if you're always shame and always negative and always woe is me and always, then you are spiritually bound because you are mentally bound. There are a lot of ways to declutter. I just gave you 3 of the ways that I normally loose my mind, not lose it, but loose the things that's in. Detaching from social media, minding my business, and thinking positive thoughts. It doesn't come overnight. This is a constant process. Believe it or not, we are down to 16 minutes, and I have a lot of information still. I guess we'll just pour it over to next time. But share this information. Now, I know it's been some good information before, but this right here, minding your business, staying in your lane so that you can declutter your own mind, is needed worldwide. Worldwide. There's nothing we can do, the majority of us can do, about what's going on politically in this world other than vote. And that's November 3rd, or if you do your early, cast your ballots early. But the majority of us, that's the most we can do. So fussing about it, stressing about it, having a stroke about it, it's not going to change anything. You get out and vote. That's going to make a difference. And other than that, close your mouth, mind your business, declutter your mind, free your spirit, and let's heal together. I love you. This is Marley Chronicles. Time has flown by. I look to see you next week. Thank you so much again. Subscribe to this channel. Hit the notification button so that you can be aware when I update another video. I love you guys for real, and we're going to make it. You are going to make it. I love you, and you be stress-free. Bye-bye.